my beautiful gem. Welcome back to my channel. I am Kabibi with Kabibi La Vie. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you about tips for doing online consignment shopping. And the website that I mostly use for clothing anyway is ThredUp. Now, I am a big believer in buying things that are pre-loved. I think it's a great way for you to get high-end quality products, quality brands without having to pay, retail prices for it. I hate paying retail for things. I love to buy things when it's either on sale, and if something can be on sale and at ThredUp, that's even better. I understand the concern for some people with buying things that are pre-loved to begin with, but then also buying it pre-loved online because you're not really sure what you're going to be, what you're going to get. And the way that I've sort of worked around that for me is I stick with the higher end brands that I know they have a reputation for making quality pieces with quality materials. So for example, a lot of my work clothes are from brands like J. Crew, Eli Tahari, Lafayette 148, and with those brands, for example, with my pencil skirts that I featured in my video last week, those pencil skirts, I bought them on ThredUp pre-loved. They were in like new, excellent condition. The price range is probably between $30 to $40 per skirt. Now the same skirt, if you were to buy it brand new at the J. Crew website, is $148. So you can see that there is, a lot of savings there when you buy things that are pre-loved. The other thing for me that I really try to be conscious of when I'm buying my clothes is really thinking about the sustainability of things, right? So with fast fashion, we're learning more about how much of those clothes just end up in like a landfill, end up in a landfill, and it's just adding to, the pollution and the trash, and it's really not healthy for the environment. A huge part of that is because a lot of the fast fashion pieces are made from synthetic fibers that are not as sustainable as things that are made from natural fibers. So that's your cotton, cashmere, silk, wool, linen. Those are my top five ones that I always look for. So yes, all right, so let's get started. Okay, so I should be logged into my account. I just got a new phone. This is my temporary phone case until my custom order phone case is ready. Okay, so ThredUp is actually having their annual member sale, which I believe ends today. So I do apologize that this video is not going to be timely so that you can participate. I didn't even realize they were having a sale until I decided to do this video today. Okay, so first thing is we're gonna go ahead and get started with a few key things to keep in mind. When you're doing any sort of online shopping, it's really important for you to know what brands work for your body type. So that's gonna help to cut down on a lot of things. So I will start with shop, and then women, clothing. Sometimes I go to designer, but for the most part I stick to clothing because I can narrow things down in the clothing section. ThredUp does a phenomenal job with having a really good search feature, so you're able to narrow what you're looking for. Okay, I'm gonna start with dresses. For me, I have found that when I am looking for things on ThredUp, the more categorized I have things, the less overwhelmed I feel. So if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stick with dresses, I will start with dresses. It already has my sizing saved in here, but I'm gonna go to filters. Let's go ahead and check out what's available on the sale, why not? And okay, so now we're gonna come down to the brand. That's the first thing I always narrow by. Now ThredUp will give you some options, but I'm gonna go to J. Crew. What's another one I like? Let's do Brooks Brothers. Brooks Brothers. So Eli Tahari, brands. Theory. Theory is another brand I absolutely love for work. So let's go with Theory, all brands. Okay, I think those four are going to be good. Now, when it comes to the condition, this is huge. So ThredUp has things from like new, gently used, new with tags, signs of wear. Obviously, the newer something is, the better quality, or I said the better the condition that it's in, then the more expensive for ThredUp it will be. So for me, I don't want anything that has any signs of wear or is gently used, so I only narrow by like new and new with tags. Then I go down to material. Now, although cotton is one of the fabrics that I like to use, because so many things are made with cotton and like cotton synthetic blends, I tend to not look for things on ThredUp that's made with cotton, because I also kind of find that things that are made with cotton, to buy those new, it's not that expensive. So the items that I tend to buy on consignment are the ones that would be a bit more pricey if I bought them new. So that would be your silk, your cashmere, and your wool. Sometimes linen also, but let's go ahead, since I'm looking at work office type brands right now, I'm gonna look at wool. So I'm gonna narrow it by wool and color. So it is hot in South Florida. I rarely wear black. It's just black attracts heat. I know it looks super chic. It works great if you're up north, but if you're in South Florida, you're gonna melt. It's too hot, you're gonna melt. And so I don't buy like a lot of blacks, especially not wool, when I'm shopping on ThredUp. So for work colors, I like to do blues, greens, and let's see, I guess I could do like tans and maybe grays. I will do grays for the office. And then let's go down to another thing I like to do is, so sometimes with the style for work clothes, sometimes it's described as like a casual dress. That's what I found, so I don't really mess with those. But what I will do is I will go to the length. Now for the office, I wear things that would be like knee length or a little bit higher or a little bit lower. So anything that would be high-low, that's not work appropriate. Anything that's super long, that's gonna be a maxi. Things that are short can kind of be a little too much thigh meat showing at the office. So I always narrow by knee length. And let me see what else. And the last thing also is the sizing. So generally my size, depending on the brand, it can range from 0 to 4. I have taken the time to look at all of these different brands to figure out what my measurements are. So I know, for example, in J. Crew, I'm gonna be a size 2. In Theory, I might be like a size 4, because Theory tends to run a little bit smaller, or I would say like their sizing is more true to size, honestly. Especially it's more like consistent with what like European sizes are. A lot of American brands tend to do vanity sizing, where they make the size number smaller for the measurements. So for example, in American brands, I would be a 0, but if I shop on like ASOS, which has European brands and European sizing, I'm like a UK 6, UK 8. Okay, so I'm gonna take off the size 0 for now. And let's see if there's anything else. All right, pattern is the last thing I look at. For work, I tend to keep it just with solids to keep it simple. So just to narrow things down, let's do solids. And done. Okay, so let's go ahead and search, and we're gonna sort. I like to sort things by prices from high to low. So let's sort from high to low. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's take a look at this first dress, which is by Theory. Now, the pictures on ThredUp are not what I would consider to be like the highest quality, but it's still helpful to zoom in and look at things. With this dress, because I know my body type, the drop waist doesn't work for me. I don't like how drop waist looks on me, so I'm gonna skip this dress. I'm not a huge fan of this one with the different colors on the side. Let's see. Another thing to keep in mind when looking for dresses, and I know like right now I'm looking for work stuff, but you want to look for things that you can build upon. So you want something that's going to be like a good base and you can dress it up with different blazers. Let's take a look at this J. Crew dress. Okay. So I like the waist. I like where the waist is. This is 96% wool, 4% elastane. Elastane will just give it a little bit of stretch. I'm okay with that being in there because it's nice when, you know, your dress gives you some movement, some stretch. So it's a little bit more comfortable. J. Crew size 4. Let me see if that's actually the best size for me. I'm gonna go back to my notes. J. Crew dresses. Okay, so in J. Crew, I'm actually a size 2. Okay, so since I'm actually a size 2 in J. Crew, I'm gonna go ahead and narrow the search just a little bit more, just to make it easier for me to find things more quickly, because it's a lot of options that are on here. All right, so let's go back to brands. Let's take off the Eli Tahari and the J. Crew. And let me go to the size, and let's take off the size 4. Okay, so now we're just looking at size 2 dresses from J. Crew that are wool. All right, so let's see. And I scroll through fairly quickly to see if there's anything that catches my eye. Now, because this is narrowed by the 30% off sale, it's not giving me that many options. But let's take a look at this dress. Okay, so I like where the waistline is for this dress. And I actually think I looked at this dress before because I have a heart there, so I think I saved it before. So this dress is 82% wool, 18% silk. The condition is excellent condition. And the color is blue black, which probably just means it's like a very deep navy blue. Let's look at the front. Let's look at the back. I think that looks pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my cart. Let's go back and look at some of the other options. Let's see. Okay, so that's the only one that really stands out to me. So now let's go back to filtering the search. I'm gonna go back to brand, and let's take off the J. Crew and let's put on Theory instead. And while that's searching, let me double check. So my size in Theory is a size 4 because that's right. So Theory runs more true to size, and so their clothing tends to be a bit smaller. So let's go to size, switch that to 4, and done. And let's see what we get. Hopefully we get something. Okay. So there's not a lot of options with the sale. So let me take off the sale for 1 second to see what options we get. And this is being sorted from high to low. Okay, this dress looks potentially like a good fit. So, okay, zoomed in. I'm not a fan of the zippers on the back. I don't think zippers on clothing items, I don't think it's very office appropriate. Like, there's something very edgy about having like zippers on something, like edgy and a little bit sexy. So for a conservative office-like or semi-conservative office like mine, that would not be ideal. Plus I have to be careful about the long sleeves because again, I live in South Florida, so I don't want to be like too hot. Okay, so I'm not finding anything with Theory, but let's go ahead and switch over now to, actually let me look at my saved items and see what's available. So, okay, so another thing I've searched for, and I sort of like keep a running list of things that I like on ThredUp in my favorites, so whenever they have a sale, I can go back and see if the price has dropped a little bit. So let's take a look at some of those. So that's the black dress I already had before. Let's check out this J. Crew cocktail dress, which I liked before. Let's zoom in. I like the cut of it. I like where the waistline is. This is cotton and silk, and the condition is excellent condition. And it's a size 2, which I believe that's my size in J. Crew. Yes, I'm a size 2 in J. Crew. Excellent. So let's go ahead and add that to my cart. Now, Shoshana is another brand that I like because a lot of those items are like really beautiful silks. And so I did find this one, which I think would be great for spring. I like where the waistline is. It has a nice high waist. It looks good when you zoom in. My only concern though, let me check and see what my size is in okay, so in Shoshana, I'm a size 4. So this dress is not going to work. Let's take that away. Let's see. Okay, let's look at this Gap dress that I had saved before. This is, I like where the waistline is. It looks pretty good. I try to zoom in to look at the quality of things. It's 100% linen, and it's in excellent condition. Now, one thing that I found when it comes to linen pieces that are pre-loved is you have to be careful of what color you get. For some reason, colors that are like darker colors like blues or blacks and linens, they tend to look a little washed out for me. And I think it sort of comes down to how the previous owner was washing it, or maybe even how ThredUp washes it, that it can strip some of the color from the linen. Now, since this is more of a cooler, lighter color, I think it'll be okay. It's $11, so why not? But let me check and see what size I am in Gap. Let's see, dresses, do I have Gap on here? Gap, I'm a size 4, perfect. And so let's add that to my cart. Let's see what else I have here. I have this J. Crew cocktail dress, which is also a size 2. My only concern with this dress from J. Crew, even though it's a size 2, my body type, I've shared this before, because I'm an inverted triangle, my shoulders are kind of broad. I have to be careful when I buy things that are completely strapless, because sometimes it's just too small on top, and I usually have to go up a size if it's something that's just, you know, like a strapless thing or like a tube top type of cut like this one is. Otherwise, it's just gonna like smush me. Not that, you know, my bust is not the biggest, but there's enough there that I have to be mindful of it. So I'm gonna skip this one just to be safe. And let's see what else I have down here. Oh, here's a lovely red one I had saved. So this one's wool and spandex. It is J. Crew. Oh, I love the red. I love where the waist is. It looks good on the front and on the back. And it's $17.49, so why not? And it's in excellent condition. Great. Okay, so let me add that. All right, let's see if I have enough to get free shipping, because I hate to pay shipping also. I think so. Let's do the promo code SUPER. And great. Okay, so excellent. So now I have 4 items in my cart. The total cost is, after the discount, is $85.35. I'm getting free shipping. Here's some things that they're suggesting. Oh, things I recently removed from my cart. Let me take a look at this one. Let's reconsider this one. So I actually have this dress, this exact same dress in a size 2. And it was, like I was mentioning before, it was just a little too tight on the top for me. So since it's available in a size 4, and I love this color, this beautiful magenta color, it's 100% silk, it's in excellent condition. I'm gonna go ahead and, it's only $10. I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my cart. And I think I'm good. So I think that's what I'm gonna get. Anything else down there? Nope, I think I'm good. All right, so I'm getting a total of 5 pieces for less than $100. And for me, my shopper's math, I always like to break things down as to, okay, what's the average cost per item? And then I think about, okay, how many outfits, how many wears can I get out of this to be able to say like, okay, this is gonna be a good buy for me. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the screen recording. And let me just finish the checkout since there is a 1-hour cart waiting time. And let's go ahead and finish that up real quick. So the next video, as soon as this is delivered, I will do a show and tell or a haul video. Let me finish this up. Free shipping. Place the order. Excellent. You wait for my confirmation. Perfect. Great. Okay. So that is how I do my online consignment shopping using ThredUp. If you guys want, I can do another video with like other websites that I use. So for example, all of my purses, my, Chanel bags, I think except for my Dior bag, which I had customized with my name, that one I did buy new. But everything else in my closet it's all pre-loved. All my other bags and purses are pre-loved because why pay retail prices when you don't have to, right? Okay, so I hope this video was helpful. Please leave a comment below and let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you do online shopping yourself and what tips you have, and I will see you in my next video. Kisses.